just here to talk about this little guitar I've got here. Single pickup, single coil. It's Japanese, and it was sold by that fantastic musical shop, Woolworths. It's from the late 60s, early 70s, and it's a cracking little thing. I've just overhauled it, put a new set of strings on, replaced the tone and volume pot. Somebody had tried rewiring it and made a complete lash up of it. It was missing one of the, it was missing the tone knob, so I've put a pair of new Fender Jazz style. I haven't got anything that's exactly the same that was on originally, but these are pretty much in keeping. It's got a few knocks on the body, but it's okay. Original machine heads and all the other bits, and it was, as you can see, that headstock badge, if I can get that in shot, it says Audition, which was Woolworths brand. It didn't have that badge on, it was missing, but I've actually made a replica up because I could actually see, you could see where it was sitting with the pinholes and the fading on the headstock, so I knew exactly what badge was on there, that it was an Audition Woolworths thing. The fantastic thing that's knocked me out about is the pickup. It's quite a fat thing, sort of looking a bit like a sort of P90. A little bit microphonic. You can hear the body through it, but it's got this lovely, fat, warm sound. Plenty enough to start getting the amp to break up a little bit. This is on the clean channel of my sessionette. I'll just dial in a bit of dirt and you can see how it'll overdrive it, and I'll just compare it with a couple of other guitars out of interest. That's enough of that nonsense, but let me just, I'll just take it back to the clean again. Sorry, I didn't know where my foot switch has gone. But, okay, that's it clean. This is it against a Tele Thinline. Now, this isn't known for its powerful pickups, but it makes this sound pretty sick. It's nice enough sounding. But I'd have to wind that amp up twice as loud, go up another few notches before it started. This won't drive the amp like that other guitar was. So that's single coil against single coil. Here's another single coil guitar, my old Strat with I'm not quite sure which pickups it's got in what position. This has got I think it's got a pair of DiMarzio SDS Super Strat, Super Distortion Strats, and a Seymour Duncan. I'm not sure in what order, it's ages since I put them in. That's the neck one, which is pretty much comparable to where that was. It's got more poke, but it's slightly muddier. These are single coils, they're not humbuckers. Bring it into the middle. Probably a bit more treble on there than the other one, but still a little bit slightly muddy compared to that fantastic single coil Woolies. Just out of interest, I'll just pull another one down here from the rack. This is another Woolworths Audition. This is the deluxe one. There's another thing of me on here with showing this guitar. It's nice enough with all this, but probably more like the Telecaster. Actually, it's got more output than the Telecaster, and I think it sounds better. But it just doesn't compare to this tiny little one pickup guitar. I'll just run through this. It's a real featherweight for a solid body. Finest Japanese plywood. It's barely an inch thick, so there's very little heel in the heel pocket. Oh, by the way, these necks are virtually, well, pretty much identical. You could swap this out to the other one. Exactly the same scale length, same binding, same headstock, same bar pattern string retainer, and the same truss rod adjuster. I've tweaked the truss rod up just to sort of resist a new set of strings, but it seems to be okay. It's got a bit of relief in it, and the action is down reasonably low. It could go lower. There's still space, there's still room on these little thumb wheel adjusters. But yeah, going through this thing, it's got 6 on the strip machine heads with the plastic buttons and the original plastic ferrules, not lost them. I've just oiled those and they're okay. They're not rattling, they're not slipping or anything. As I say, got the string, oh dear, it's terrible with this camera. String retainer. As I say, it's got a replacement copy badge, but you wouldn't know unless you have the two of them together. 0 fret, rosewood fretboard, which I've given a little wipe over with lemon oil. The frets are showing a tiny bit of wear down here, but they're not heavily. They're not divoted. They're not pinging about. So new set of Ernie Ball 10s on there. Very simple. Goodness me. Very simple bridge arrangement on here with a curved bar with these grooves which are machined in it and thumb wheel adjusters. Pressed steel string retainer. This is properly earthed, so as I say, I've rewired this. We use the original cap, but new alpha potentiometers and new Fender Jazz style knobs on there. Still got the original Strat buttons on it, and it's a pretty cool little guitar. It sounds far better than it's any right to do. It sounds far better than the Telecaster Thinline. I'm playing it mainly clean because I think that's when you hear a guitar properly. Once you overdrive it, you don't really get much of the nuance of the guitar. So there you go. 1960s, 70s Woolworths Audition single pickup, single coil. It's got this pretty cool body shape as well, as you can see. Slightly Mosrite, this reverse, sort of like reverse Strat. Tiny looking thing. But I think it's a terrific find. It's probably going to be in and out my shop because I've got so many guitars. But if you want a really nice, cool, totally playable little guitar, this is a magic little thing. Okay, thanks for your attention. Bye for now.